Have you ever pondered over the importance of carbon removal in the context of climate change? In our ever-warming world, it's a question that's become more relevant than ever before. Carbon removal is essentially the process of capturing and storing carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas that traps heat within our atmosphere. Picture our atmosphere as a blanket, with greenhouse gases acting as the fibers. The more carbon dioxide we add, the thicker the blanket becomes, trapping more heat and leading to a rise in global temperatures. This is the notorious greenhouse effect, a natural process turned harmful due to human activities. But why is carbon dioxide such a big deal, you might ask? Well, it's the most significant greenhouse gas emitted by human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels for electricity, heat, and transportation. It's like adding more logs to a fire that's already burning too hot. The rising carbon levels in our atmosphere pose a severe threat to our planet. We're talking about more frequent and severe weather events, rising sea levels, and massive disruption to ecosystems and agriculture. It's a grim picture, isn't it? But fear not, for every problem there's a solution, and in this case, it's carbon removal. The urgency of the situation calls for innovative solutions, and that's where carbon removal comes into play. By capturing and storing carbon dioxide, we can potentially slow down, halt, or even reverse the greenhouse effect. It's like removing logs from that fire we talked about, helping to cool things down. In a world where we're racing against time to combat climate change, carbon removal is not just an option, it's a necessity. It's a key piece of the puzzle in our collective effort to limit global warming to safe levels. That's where the remarkable journey of Climeworks begins. Imagine a world where we can remove 1 million tons of CO2 by the end of the decade. That's the audacious mission of Climeworks. Born from a vision of environmental sustainability, Climeworks has set its sights on a goal that seems as mammoth as the plant they've built in Iceland. The story of Climeworks begins with a simple yet profound understanding. Our planet's health is in jeopardy, and we need to act now. With this realization, the founders embarked on a journey to create a solution that could significantly reduce the carbon footprint, thus planting the seeds for what would become the world's biggest carbon removal plant. From its inception, Climeworks was fueled by a determination to make a tangible difference. Every step taken, every decision made was guided by their commitment to lessen the burden we've placed on our planet. They didn't just want to create another industrial plant. They wanted to build a beacon of hope for a greener future. The goal they've set is certainly not for the faint-hearted. Removing 1 million tons of CO2 by the end of the decade requires not just technological innovation, but also a steadfast commitment to the cause. Yet Climeworks has shown time and again that they are up to the task. With their plant in Iceland, they've already started making strides towards this goal. Every day, the plant is pulling 36,000 tons of CO2 out of the air, yet this is just the tip of the iceberg. The team at Climeworks is constantly working to enhance their technology, to increase their capacity, and to make their dream a reality. Climeworks' mission is not just about the numbers, though. It's about creating a sustainable future for all. It's about showing that we can tackle the climate crisis head-on, that we can make a difference. It's about inspiring others to join in the fight for our planet. So how exactly does Climeworks plan to achieve this Herculean task? Stay tuned to find out. At the heart of Climeworks' mission lies the world's biggest carbon removal plant, stationed in the land of fire and ice, Iceland. An awe-inspiring testament to human ingenuity and our resolve to combat climate change, this mammoth plant is a game-changer in the environmental arena. Imagine, if you will, a facility so advanced, so determined, that it can extract 36,000 tons of carbon dioxide from the air every single year. Yes, you heard that right. 36,000 tons of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas that has been a major player in driving global warming, is being actively and efficiently removed from our atmosphere by this single plant. But how does this remarkable feat happen? Well, Climeworks employs a patented technology that captures carbon dioxide directly from the ambient air. The captured carbon dioxide is then filtered, collected, and prepared for further use or storage. This process is not just unique, it's revolutionary. It's a tangible step in our collective effort to counteract the increasing levels of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. Yet the ambitions of Climeworks don't stop at 36,000 tons. In fact, they are just getting started. The company aims to ramp up its capacity with a goal to remove a staggering 1 million tons of carbon dioxide from the air by the end of this decade. It's a lofty ambition, but given the urgency of our climate crisis, it's an ambition we cannot afford to ignore. But the journey doesn't end here. The carbon captured is put to good use. Once captured, the carbon doesn't just disappear. It is transformed and utilized, completing a unique carbon cycle. Now you might be wondering, what does Climeworks do with all this captured carbon? After all, if it's just released back into the atmosphere, we're back at square one, right? Well, fear not, because Climeworks has a smart and sustainable solution. The carbon dioxide, once it's been captured from the atmosphere, goes through a transformation process. It is combined with hydrogen to produce renewable methanol, a type of alcohol that can be used as fuel. This methanol can then be used in a variety of ways, from powering vehicles to being a key ingredient in the production of plastics and other materials, but it doesn't stop there. In an even more innovative move, Climeworks is also exploring the use of captured carbon in the creation of rock. Yes, you heard that right, rock. By pumping the carbon deep underground, it reacts with basalt, a type of volcanic rock, and within 2 years, it mineralizes into solid stone. This process not only locks the carbon away for good, but it also helps to reduce the risk of leakage. So the captured carbon, instead of contributing to the greenhouse effect in global warming, becomes a valuable resource for different industries. This way, Climeworks is not just reducing the amount of carbon in the atmosphere, but also promoting a circular economy. Moreover, the company is working on partnerships with greenhouses, where the captured carbon can be used to promote plant growth. It's a win-win situation. The plants get a boost, and the carbon is effectively utilized rather than being released back into the atmosphere. This revolutionary approach is not just about capturing carbon, but also about creating a sustainable future. It's about turning a problem into an opportunity, a liability into a resource. It's about taking responsibility for our planet and doing our part to ensure that future generations inherit a world worth living in. The impact of Climeworks' mission extends far beyond just numbers and metrics. In the grand scheme of things, it's not just about the 36,000 tons of CO2 that the Mammoth plant will pull out of the air yearly, or the ambitious goal to reach 1 million tons by the end of the decade. It's about the ripple effect that this initiative creates. Climeworks is paving a path of possibilities, demonstrating that technology and innovation can go hand in hand with environmental responsibility. They are sending a message to industries worldwide that we can indeed coexist with our planet without compromising its health. This initiative is not just a step, but a leap towards a greener future. It is a testament to human innovation and our capacity to adapt and overcome. By making the air cleaner, they're not just changing the environment, they're changing lives. Imagine a world where the air we breathe is cleaner, where the skies are clearer, and where our actions align with the best interests of our planet. This is the world that Climeworks envisions. And it's not a distant utopia, it's a potential reality that is coming to fruition right here, right now, in Iceland. But the impact of Climeworks' mission goes beyond environmental implications. It's about inspiring a new generation of eco-warriors. It's about showing our children that it's not too late to reverse the damage that has been done. It's about igniting a spark of hope in a world that is desperately in need of it. Climeworks is not just a company, it's a catalyst for change. They are proving to the world that sustainable practices are not just an option, but a necessity. They are showing us that every ton of CO2 removed is a step forward in our fight against climate change. Climeworks is not just removing carbon, they are rewriting the narrative on climate change, 1 ton of CO2 at a time. As we stand on the precipice of a climate crisis, the work of companies like Climeworks becomes crucial. They are not just pioneering the technology we need to tackle this crisis, but they're also setting a precedent. A precedent that says, yes, we can fight back, yes, we can turn the tide. Climeworks' mammoth plant in Iceland, the world's biggest carbon removal plant, is an audacious testament to this conviction. Each year, it pulls 36,000 tons of carbon dioxide out of the air, and they're not stopping there. They aim to reach 1 million tons by the end of the decade, but they can't do it alone. It's up to us to support such initiatives, to invest in them, to advocate for them, and to do our part in reducing our own carbon footprints. Because it's not just about one company or one plant, it's about all of us together, taking responsibility for our planet. Together, we can turn the tide on climate change because every ton of CO2 removed counts.